It's recording? Okay. All right. Hi, guys. Today, we're going to be learning about car seats. Yeah? 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 Y'all don't look excited. No, I'm kidding.
So excited.
Okay. All right. So, can anybody tell me about a time that they were in a car seat?
When I was little.
When you were little?
I put
When
my
you were
niece
little?
in car seat.
Did you stay in the same size car seat the whole time?
No.
No? No? Why?
Because I got big.
Because you got big? Because you wouldn't stay in a baby's car seat if you were like 8.
You went from rear facing to forward facing.
Yeah.
The booster seat.
Do you know, like, at what age you were supposed to change your car seat?
I think it's usually based on height and weight.
But some people don't know that, and some people just keep their kids in the wrong size car seats. Y'all had good parents. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, so first off today, we are going to take a look at this graphic right here. So I want you guys to tell me what you notice and what you wonder just from looking at it.
What shoes and car seats have to do with each other?
What shoes and car seats have to do with each other?
So we are going to go off of So we're assuming that we are all great.
It's hard to read.
We have been able.
It's not a car seat.
It's not a car seat.
Yeah, that means like say the first $500 you get 4% cash back.
What else?
Part of my way about that. We're going to stay in that 4%.
I want to know the difference from people who actually
I
think they're doing it
we're
right
not-
and those who are actually doing it right.
I think it's showing like you would
So you want
forever.
so you wonder
Yeah.
the difference between who actually do and who don't.
Right.
It's 4% cash back. How is proportional? And that is one of those.
How they're proportional.
So go ahead and using your base 10 box. Let's see if we can figure out which
Anything else?
you reduce.
What was your question?
I said I think that the graphic, because somebody said it was kind of hard to read, is showing that like you wouldn't keep your kid in the same size shoe.
Okay.
So it's like showing you wouldn't leave them in the same car seat either.
Okay. Well, let's read it together. It says, it's pointing to the whole shoe, and it says the number of people who think they have their child in the right seat. And then it's pointing to this tiny little end part of the shoe, and it says the ones who actually do. So I have a question. What does this look like in numbers? Like what does that shoe look like in numbers?
A size 2.
A size 2.
I would say like maybe a fifth.
A fifth.
I feel like
Okay.
a fifth.
Okay.
I could fit 5 of those little toes in that thing, if I'm counting height as well.
Okay. Okay.
I feel you.
But it
20. Yeah.
But do we think
Same
it
thing.
needs to go like up too? Because of like this, does it like, you know,
I'm just taking the toe and bringing it all the way around the shoe shape.
like this, like that?
Yeah.
okay.
These are your prices.
The shoe is a whole.
4%
The shoe as a whole.
The shoes.
Interesting. Keep that on your brain. Keep that on your brain. All right. Well, we are going to look at some different graphics to try and figure out this graphic better. So, how many people do I have? 5? Okay. Somebody is going to have to share.
I'll share with Rebecca.
Share with Rebecca? Okay.
Love me.
No.
I said you twice.
Here you go.
So awesome of you.
Here you go. All right, take a look at these graphics. Again, I'm going to ask you guys what you notice and what you wonder about them. How do they compare to that graphic, the first graphic that we saw?
Well, these aren't shoes.
Not shoes.
What?
They have the same like verbiage on them.
For real life objects.
No, mine's like a kid's toy.
Mine's a baby bottle.
Stacking circles.
The percentage of
Actually do is still smaller than you think.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you guys to figure out what this is saying, because the question I want you guys to answer is what part is this representing? Like in the number, what part is this representing? Like how much is the little arrow of the what actually do? So what you're going to do is you're going to use your Katie cubes, or you can use a ruler. I'll pass out both to everybody. So you can use either and try and figure it out.
should do both because that.
Try it by yourselves first. Don't talk to your partners yet. Try it by yourselves first.
She just threatened me.
I did not. Just trying to get me in trouble. Yes,
I have a
Mom.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this including the little metal piece or just the pink?
Well, what is the whole thing pointing to?
The whole thing.
It's this. It says the number of people who think they have their child in the correct car seat.
Yeah, but is the little arrow up here including the like whole eraser part or just the pink of the eraser?
That's for you to figure out. That's how you interpret it.
And then my answer's gonna differ if nobody else.
19.
Is that how you spell that? We're just gonna. This isn't spelling class, this is a math lesson. Anyways.
I used to do that as a kid. Are you copying me?
No. Pepper? You threatened to hit me with a ruler. I tried to hit a lot. Oh my god.
I like your strategy.
I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Think of that.
I feel like everybody's just looking at me.
No, wait, you're good. You're fine. You are fine. You're fine. We're not rushing. She's color coding. I love it. I love it. You're doing great.
So much stronger. The top thing was
Okay. All right.
I'm too lazy to do that.
Julie, I have a question. What strategy do you use?
I filled in over the amount of space I think that the graph showed because they didn't fit in the line. Like they go over the line. But I filled up the whole space and I thought it was possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then the top bit is the people who actually do. And then this part is the people who think.
So you overfilled it?
Yeah, because they don't fit in exactly.
Okay. Okay. So did everybody use the Katie cubes on this part?
I use both.
You used both? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask for the popsicle. Since you give me your Katie cube answer, and then you can use the. Yeah, give me your Katie cube answer.
Me, Katie?
What'd you get on the pencil?
2 for the eraser.
2 for the eraser.
And then I think it was 2, 4, 6, 8, 12.
12 cubes in total.
14 cubes in total.
14 cubes. And then 2 were the pencil that was being pointed at? Or the eraser that was being pointed at?
Yeah, and 2 were the eraser.
Okay, the bottle.
That's me.
So this represents the who think they have the child in the right seat,
So that's
but 5 total to make up the one.
5 total, and then there's
1 makes up the people the ones who actually do. So.
okay. What about our popsicle?
So, the ones who think is 10 at half.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who actually do
is 1.5.
Can someone tell me, like, what is it telling me?
Okay, and then my stackers. What'd you get, Julie? 1/4. Okay, all right, interesting. Now, what I want you guys to do is switch graphics with someone.
Want to all rotate this way?
Yeah, you can.
But like say like you're
Okay, now I want you to use a different strategy than what you used the first time. Use a different strategy than what you used the first time and try and figure out the same question.
So are you saving
Not
so how much
with-
did 16
I'm measuring whatever way I
did
want.
16 cents for your first
I'm exploring.
for every account? For every
And
account.
moving.
And so
What was counting?
so like what is the price of this?
No, they don't take.
The price tag is
Per account, yeah. So it's not just paying $4.19 for all your accounts. So like what happens if we
Didn't you just say, yeah, it was 1/4?
because we memorize that?
Let's
Oh,
measure.
Julie, I tried your method.
6
So
plus,
say
little.
we're looking at how much gas we want to fill up our car.
We'll say 5.
10 gallons to fill up our car.
That's
We wanna know
11.
how much we're gonna save.
plus
So what's the way we can like
15,
for this? If we use
and 3. So 3 15s would be 1/5. There's one measure. I don't appreciate it.
You what?
They're not nice.
They're not nice numbers.
I'm measuring that.
10 gallons.
So you're measuring with unmeasured
So I need to,
Okay.
I need to basically add,
Cool.
like if I did
Cool.
regular, it's 419, I need to add that 10 times.
It would be 41.90. So how much are we saving? It'd be
16 times 10 would be
$1.
These are questions that help me out. I'm kidding.
You might help me too.
Save $1. So what if we do, let's see.
What did you get? 1/4? Mm-hmm. I got 1/4. You're stealing my ice
Okay. Yeah.
cream. You're trying to. I don't want your ice cream. I don't even like ice cream. You don't want ice cream? I really don't.
Sounds
Crazy. I know. What is your preference of desserts? I don't eat desserts. I'd rather a steak.
All right. Okay. So we're going to do this again on our pencil. What'd you get, Shuli?
Well, 1.5 over 9.5.
1.5 over 9.5.
Well, they're not exactly an inch.
Okay. What about my bottle? What'd you get?
1/5.
Oh, they're not nice.
Okay. Okay. What about my stackers?
I got 1/5 because I measured high.
1/5 because
1/4.
1/4.
I got 1/5 because I measured width.
1/5 and 1/4. Interesting.
Do one more rounded number. That makes it easier.
Okay. And then my popsicle.
Hold on a second. So I got
9 minus, what did you say?
18. I got 10.5.
10.5 was the big. Was the
Yeah, like they're not, I know that they're not 1 inch exactly.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it went over.
So what's
So,
that?
and then the small area is
that right?
1.5.
No.
Yeah. 8:30.
okay.
Can I change my answer on the pencil?
Why?
Because I could have rounded to make it easier.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna work with the answers we're given. All right. What do we notice about these numbers?
They all are different no matter what.
All different.
Bottle and stacker.
The bottle and the stacker have the same ones.
Similar.
Okay.
And the popsicle.
And the popsicle.
And the popsicle.
33. Oh, I like that.
See, so whether or not where they stopped that measuring with the eraser makes a difference. If you count the little metal piece or not, it matters.
It matters.
And we also use different strategies.
You did. Yes.
Size does matter.
Let's not get into that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we are going to use a statistic to help us figure this out because this isn't giving us our answer, is it? Because all of these are different. They're all supposed to be showing the same thing, correct? what part of kids are in the correct car seat, but if they're all supposed to be portraying the same thing, why don't we all have the same answer? Okay, so I'm going to give us a hint to help us out. According to the NHTSA, that is a mouthful, study, 3 out of 4 kids are not as secure in the car seat as they should be because their car seats are not being used correctly. So it said 3 out of 4. Are not in the correct car seat. Does that look like math language?
Yeah.
Yes, kind of. 3 out of 4. How else can we say or use 3 out of 4? 3/4. 3/4.
75%.
3 out of 4. Okay, so I am going to say one thing. If we take out the out, it's 3 of 4. 3 of 4, which means there are how many parts?
4.
Okay, and then what does the 3 represent?
The pieces.
The pieces. So the 4 is the whole, and the 3 is the
Equal parts.
the equal parts. And how do you know they're equal parts?
Because they're even parts to make 4.
They're even parts.
They're even parts. So 1/4, 1/4, 1/4.
Okay, so pretend that these are even. I'm not an artist. This is a math class, not an art class. That was kind of close. No, it wasn't. All right, so I'm going to have somebody come up here. How would you do 3/4 or 3 of 4? Please. Please color it in. That mark, it doesn't work. That was a scam. Somebody set me up for failure.
These fingers, yeah.
All right. Thank you. You did good. Okay, so what did Caitlin do, guys?
She colored in 3 of 4 squares.
3 of 4 squares. Okay, so how else could this be written?
3 over 4.
3 over 4. Do you want to come draw it, Stacia?
Yeah, you have to do the card price in parentheses. Okay, so
3 over 4. And how else do we say that? 3,
4/29.
75%. Okay, we could say 75% too, because
Like 75 over 100, right?
yes,
Which should break down to 3/4.
which breaks down to 3/4, correct? But all of these are another way to write or say a fraction, correct? They're all different, but they all mean the same thing.
Yes.
Do you guys get where I'm going with this? No, not at all. It's okay. So, can you guys show me with your Katie cubes what 3/4 look like?
Okay, so I think 4%.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
No.
Okay.
Did everybody show me? Okay, how do we do it? 3/4. So you have 3 that are the same and 1 that's a different color. 3/4, you have 1 part and 3 together, but they're all the same size. Yes? 1 color and 1 color's different, and then 3 are the same. Nice. 3 are the same, 1's different. You guys all did the same thing.
Hers was different because hers were the same color.
No, I didn't.
Look at that. Okay, look at what Shuli did. She has 4 on the bottom and then 3 on top of that, covering those first 3.
I like the way you think, Shirley.
The same color.
Look at you go.
Okay, so now I want you to look back at your graphics. Since
Originals or our second?
just the ones you have. All right, so what about the Katie cubes made it easy to say 3/4? Or just the drawing up here. What about them made it easy to go, this is 3/4?
For this one, it's got 4 little.
I mean, just the Katie cubes. Just the Katie
This
cubes.
also fits right here. That's like perfectly.
Does it though?
Well, if you don't.
What do we know about fractions? They are what is this part? I said the answer. This is a part, and this is a whole. And what are they all different sizes? They are 3 equal parts of a whole. So when we look at this graphic, I'm calling you out. No, I'm kidding. What's wrong with this?
They're not equal.
They're not equal. So would this accurately say?
But are they equal in width?
That's what I'm saying. They're equal in width, aren't they not?
No.
But it's not going by width. It's going by height.
Or height.
But I'm saying,
But
aren't
yeah,
they the
in
same
height,
chunkiness?
Yeah.
But they're still not equal parts.
Because some
They're different. This one's way smaller than this one right here.
I think the bottle actually is a good representation.
You think the bottle is actually good?
Just like like you take this the sucky part out. Like
Well, that's and that's not being pointed to either.
Well, I put those on.
Just so you know.
Okay, so I do have a question, which I definitely just forgot. It just went out of my brain. That's hilarious. Okay.
I got questions.
Yes.
Like I got bigger numbers.
Mhm.
I measured this one. I got 24,
Mhm.
3.
You got 24 and 3. When you measured that one?
With the
Okay.
ring ruler thing.
Okay. Okay, everybody hand me your graphics. Everybody hand me your graphics. They are all trying to say the same thing, correct?
Yes.
And what is that?
People don't know what they're doing
3
as
out of
parents.
4 kids are not as secure in the car as they should be.
Okay, and what part actually are?
1/4.
1/4, 1/4. So they're all supposed to be portraying 1/4. And I mean, when you look at the stackers, it's cut into 4 parts, right?
Yeah.
But what do we know about fraction? They are cut up into equal parts. So are these equal?
No.
No, this is cut into 1, 2, 3, 4. That we're gonna,
because it's
well, it's pointing to it.
but
It's pointing to it,
equal though, is it?
but it's still pointing to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Are they equal?
No.
1, 2, 3. That's not even 4 parts.
So
Okay, 4 parts. We're counting the drip. Are they still equal? No. Okay, we're gonna use the Katie cubes because they're about an inch together. So it goes off of each line.
That's not the whole thing.
That's not the whole thing. So that's not even the whole thing. It's not showing that. So that's not.
But when you use the measure, like the ruler,
Mhm.
it's still like the Katie cubes are smaller
So like it's not gonna.
than an inch,
This one.
so like it's hard to get an accurate reading on that.
But they're around an inch.
Yeah, they are, but like
They're about it. They're about it.
yeah, they're like
Okay. So from this, all right. What we know, because we know that our final answer is, I wrote it. Our final answer is 1/4. What does it say about the graphics?
that the Department of Transportation doesn't know how to do math.
They don't know how to do math. What else?
they
Yeah, they actually use that.
falsely represent the data.
Falsely represent the data.
Like this is like hanging on the wall. Like you don't know that it's like cursive.
You don't. You have no idea.
Don't.
I don't know.
So
And then I wouldn't read it either.
It's not proportionate to what
It's
it's
meant
saying.
to. Well, it says
spark
choose
interest,
see
but
by
not
age and size, but
represent the data accurately.
how do you know?
It doesn't represent the data accurately.
It doesn't. It doesn't give you enough information.
Okay.
And their illustrations are bad.
The illustrations are bad. Okay, so how could these graphics be more precise?
I don't know. Actually,
Like-
just one of those.
Yeah, boxes.
Boxes.
Use.
Donuts with the that are or like equal parts.
Mhm.
They use kid-friendly graphics,
They use-
but you're advertising this towards parents.
Mhm.
Something more
Use a
realistic.
data graph.
Use a data graph.
Yeah, like a bar
Okay.
graph, like and do like I guess like a survey of like different
Mhm.
3
how
car
I-
seats put in the wrong way and one put in the right way to show something.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, you could even have like kids,
Yeah.
and then like one's like highlighted.
So like.
I mean, the graphics are geared towards children. But the
But it's not children, but it's not children who are reading the graphs.
And then
Unless they're getting their driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
how are you supposed to figure out the math if that's not?
You can't, okay.
Like, no.
Repeat what you just said.
How can you figure out the math if it's not accurate?
You can't figure out the math if it's not accurate. So if I just go around saying, this is 3/4, or 1 out of 4 of these is the amount of kids in the correct car seats. 1/4 of these is the amount of kids in the correct car seats. Does this show 1/4?
No,
Why not?
because it has 5 pieces.
One extra.
Because there's one extra, because it has 5 pieces. So when it comes to these,
It's not easy.
it's not showing the correct math, and it can be confusing. So then when people look at it, they're going to go, oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 3 out of 10. So 3 out of 10 kids are in the correct car seat. So, I mean, that's a lot more.
Right? We got different numbers for every single one.
But those don't have, those have dashes. I feel like it would be easier if they had dashes for parents to actually count to represent each tick mark.
I mean, it has dashes, but also this is pointing to the whole bottle part.
Yeah.
And it doesn't allot for thickness of material.
Mm-hmm.
And in relation to each other, this piece looks bigger than this piece.
Mhm.
When they're supposed to be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Factory, and they make water.
And I feel like it just like could cause like misconceptions with parents, because then they could be like, oh, well, my kid's the one who is,
Mm-hmm.
like when they really aren't.
Honestly,
You know what I mean?
what this tells me is that the department of whoever doesn't know the exact number because each of these give us a different number.
I'm not tall enough to reach up here.
Pencil, and it seems very overwhelming to figure it out.
It seems overwhelming.
Yeah.
How so?
Just by looking at it, like, because it's a bigger
Mhm.
representation than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I don't want to go through the math of like figuring out what that pencil represents.
Mm-hmm.
600.
So something that's
How would you forget?
easy to look
they're
at
not easy
and
to read.
yeah. Yeah, what she said.
Well, and who's to say everyone's had a high school?
Mm-hmm.
And a
Or
parent
could read graphs.
Mm-hmm.
High schoolers have kids all the time.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, when you put this into perspective, I mean, we said that 75%, because fractions can become percentages, we said that 75% is the same thing as 3/4. So what if they just went around saying 25% of kids are in the same, or in the,
Their seat correctly?
thank you, I can't say words. 25% of kids are in the seat correctly. So they had a graphic, they said 25%, but they had,
Out of curiosity, if we're emphasizing like
Mhm.
how many are not in the car seat correctly, why does each one of these show us exactly how many are? Why are we not?
we're emphasizing on the amount of kids who are in the car seat.
But if it's that detrimental, why are we not focusing on that portion
Yeah.
instead?
Like who are not.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's our?
That
It
seems
should be
silly.
the other way.
It should be the
Mhm.
other way. Because this tells me I'm that 1/4 that actually put my kids in the correct way.
But it's not helpful. It doesn't tell you how to put them in the right way. There's a link, but how many of us are actually going to click the link?
Mhm. Also, it's on a piece of paper. So.
Yeah, so there's not even a QR code or anything.
You know, I feel like it should have more about that, like like the age and size. Like they could have done like a graph about that. Like, you know, if you're
Okay,
so much weight. yada, yada.
so these make a little bit more sense than this, correct?
Does not make sense.
Correct. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't. Can anybody? I'm going to challenge y'all. Try and show me a way that this could say 1/4.
Okay, so like it's almost as big as my finger because I have really fat fingers. Oh, that one.
But
Because this is like going this way.
Yeah, that's why I did it
Yeah.
the other way.
But it wouldn't
But
be
it
an
doesn't go that
accurate
way, yeah, because
representation.
it just shows this point, but that looks like a half, right? Because if you put the line, because
It wouldn't be half.
if we're going this way,
mhm.
then this would show the percentage not, and this would show the percentage.
So I mean, this just completely does not make sense at all.
Unless you count the shoelaces, is that part of the equation?
The little piece of white comes off of the
Yeah,
shoe.
maybe that would like correspond, and I don't know.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It's hard. And these are the people who run the roads. I'm scared. But it's, yeah, but even if you like, if you did like,
It's just not
So
accurate.
it's not accurate at all.
Even if you did that, then it's like not the whole part of the shoe. You know what
Uh-huh.
I mean?
2 plus 4 plus 6.
Because like if you fill it up, here you
And like Rebecca said, you can't figure out the math of this if it doesn't make sense and if it's not accurately showing the things. So you could, like, somebody that made this graphic could walk up to someone and go, this says 1/4.
Well, the people who made these graphs should not be making them.
do they come in different sizes? I don't know, maybe if it was like smaller, it would show better proportion.
I
Or
think.
like multiple shoes.
Mm-hmm.
3
Oh,
green
yeah.
shoes, 1
Red shoe or something.
That would be smart.
Because then they'd all be together.
We should totally draw a picture
whole
showing
statistics.
like what you would do on the board.
You can make money.
For this, for 1/4.
Yeah.
Draw a picture of what you would. Let's draw a picture. What shape do we want to use?
The shoe, yeah.
A shoe?
I've been telling her she wasn't an artist and making her draw them.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, but you need 4 shoes.
4 shoes. So we would do. Pretend these are the same size. We're not an artist. This is not an art class. So 4 shoes, and then what do we want to do with the 4 shoes?
One would be.
We want to show you
No,
3.
3. Yeah,
Because
because
we
it's the other
want
way.
to emphasize that
3 out of 4 kids are not in the right car seat.
From 600.
Yeah,
Okay. Is that 260?
that's better than this.
I like it.
I say
That is better. We should create that.
Not, yep.
Oh, yeah, I did my math wrong. I just multiplied 3 by 1.
And that looks better than this.
Because it actually portrays what they're trying to say.
It actually portrays what they're trying to say.
I would do car seats rather than shoes.
Or 2 kids in car seats.
Mm-hmm.
2 kids in shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Because they're, the way I think about it is that, why are we talking about shoes when we're talking about actually car seats?
Well, all of the graphics are geared towards kids.
Yeah.
The pencil, that kind of stuff.
Well, I wear sneakers, and I'm not a kid.
3 kids in car seats wearing their seatbelts. 1 kid in car seat. No seatbelt.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Or vice versa, actually. 3 kids not in seatbelt.
Yeah, that's true. I said that wrong.
Good job, guys. Good job.
I like it.
Thank you. I need to.